And now we're live. Hello everyone, welcome, thank you for tuning in. My name is Fancy A, aka Alex.
And this is Dillon Whittier.
And welcome to Jockle Style Horse Podcast. And I'm happy that y'all join in. And I know it's been a while since we last talked about the Seahawks Victory Parade and many more. So anyway, you guys, we're going to talk about the big topic, the Seattle Seahawks for sale, and the start of the Mariners season. Man, and I'm telling you, those topics just got us going, and there is something we need to do about it. So, anyway, Dillon might have some things to say about the Seahawks sale and how it will affect us.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah. Right after the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, they had the parade, and then I was kind of shocked that Joey Allen was gonna sell it, but Paul Allen wanted that wish to sell it, but hopefully it'll be someone who's gonna take care of not just the product, but just the name of the Seahawks. You know what I mean? The Seattle Seahawks. And I hope someone who knows about the organization, someone who's going to, buy it and then hopefully, keep the Seahawks in Seattle because, someone who knows better about the Seahawks, not just anyone who's going to buy it. You have to have someone who knows about the organization and what knows about, to keep the team in Seattle. You know what I mean? Because I've been, like I said, me and Alex have been a Seahawks fan for a long time.
Yeah.
And we don't want to see them leave to a different state. We want them here in Seattle.
No.
They won 2 Super Bowls. They've been to 4 NFC championships. But most important than that is the players. Players who's been there since the 1970s, since the beginning of 1976 inauguration in 1976, almost 50 years ago. So, and there's been a lot of history. Seahawks been in playoffs. They've been to wild card, you name it, Super Bowls, and yeah. And I just hope someone who will sell it to the right person, and not to the person that only cares about money. I want just you know what I mean, because at the end of the day, whoever buys it, I just hope they care about that more than the money. You know what I mean? That's gonna, for years to come, so that way when their kids go to Seahawks games, they're going to remember the day they went to their first game. So, and because I went to two football games. I went to the one in 2017 and the one in 2019 against the Texans and against the Baltimore Ravens. So, and that was an awesome experience. But yeah, like I said, we've been watching this. Me and Alex have been watching the Seahawks games for many, many years. So,
That's right.
It never gets old, and we love it, and we're always gonna be a Seahawks fan for the rest of our lives. And no matter what happens, I just hope they do the right thing. But Alex will tell you more about it and why is it important to keep the Seahawks in Seattle, and I hope the ownership will do the right thing by keeping it in Seattle.
Thank you, Dillon. Yes, guys. I am really shocked about hearing the news that Jody Allen and the Paul Gene Allen estate decides to put the Seattle Seahawks on sale. I could not believe it, y'all. I couldn't believe that they decided to sell our team to another high bidder. I just could not believe it, y'all. I thought they're gonna stay in Seattle forever, but they're talking about selling it. Please, y'all, this is getting too much. It's becoming too much for us and becoming too much for the 12s out there too. What is up with that? Come on. What is up with that? We've been Seahawks fans since we were born. in 93 and everything, the Seahawks has been established in 1976. And like what Dillon says, we've been Seahawks fans since we were born. And we lived through this, and we've been through this a lot of times, and I just couldn't believe it. Come on now. I could not believe it, and they need to get themselves together, or us 12s need to figure out another backup plan to get the Seahawks. We have to buy back the Seahawks, and we need a trusted billionaire, a trusted person that cares about the organization and keep our team in Seattle for the remainder of eternal. You know what I mean? It will be devastating if our Seahawks get sold by another organizer from a different state. We're not allowing that to happen. Never. Never. Dillon and I don't want that. If that happens, we don't know what we'll be doing without our football team, and that will be a horrible disaster. Y'all know what I mean? That would be a horrible disaster if our Seahawks end up being sent to another state and bought by another owner from their home state. We cannot let that happen. We need a honest local person in Seattle and somewhere in Washington State to be an honest person to buy our Seahawks and join the organization and knows about it and keep our team and fans happy. Do y'all agree? I'm pretty sure too. Oh my god. That is... All the 12s are freaking out over the sale of the Seattle Seahawks. After we won the Super Bowl, had the victory parade, everything, I knew they would put them up on sale. That is insanity.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. I'm telling you, I'm really disappointed. Within 72 hours, I'd never been this disappointed in my life, y'all. We've never been that disappointed since they tried to sell our Seahawks to LA. And we stopped that from happening, all thanks to Paul Allen. That saved the Seahawks from moving to another state in 1997. And what happened is, Paul Gene Allen passed away in 2018. And R.I.P. to Paul Gene Allen. And I wish his kids or his relatives could take over the organization, but they don't. I wish they know about the organization, but they don't. We need someone smarter to know more about the organization and how they organize it and know the plays.
Yep.
So, fingers crossed, if they can find the right person to run the organization and keep them in Seattle. We love our football teams. We love the Seahawks, and we love how they play, and much more. And we don't want any more distractions, right? No more distractions. I swear. If any more distractions are coming up, I'm telling you, that will not make us look good. It'll make us look terrible, and we don't want that. No more distractions. Thumbs down, and we will lose the respect to the Seahawks and everyone who buys our team. We will lose respect.
Yep.
And that will turn things backwards.
We can't have that.
Can't have that. Cannot have that. So, anyway, for those of you who are out there, if you're an honest billionaire, if you have more money that you care about the organization, if you care about the organization, please buy our Seahawks, and we will give you more respect than we could. We will give you more respect you want it. And thumbs up. So, thumbs up. So, we need to give our future thumbs up. If you can do us a favor, buy our team, show us respect, and we can give you thumbs up, and we will show y'all love. So, please buy our Seahawks. We know you can do it. Do it for us. Do it for my families. And do it for the 12s too. Right? Right! Around the world. And around the world too. Do this for the around the world too. The whole world needs to see who will buy the Seahawks and keep them in Seattle. Yes, a lot of 12s out around the world wanted the Seahawks to stay in Seattle and the city they're from. They all wanted the Seahawks to stay. So, we believe in one person, don't let us down, please. So, anyway, I think that's my thoughts on the sale of the Seahawks. So now we're going to talk about the upcoming season of the Mariners. It's coming up in late March. I'm very excited about the Mariners season coming up. And right now they're in Arizona, Pedora, Arizona, doing the spring training. And they're all going to be prepared for the spring training. And Dillon has more to say about it.
Thank you, brother, Alex. I'm really excited about the excited about the Mariners this coming up spring training, and right now they're in Peoria, Arizona right now, and getting ready for the spring training. It's gonna be fun. Can't wait to watch the Mariners and see how they do and how these players can make it to the promised land, which is the World Series. Last year was a kind of disappointment after losing last year in the championship game, which is the AL championship. And we were so close from one away from going to the World Series for the first time. Oh boy. I was like, I was watching the game, and all of a sudden they were up 3-0, and then boom, they came back and won. And it was a disappointment. Munoz shouldn't have stayed in. Shouldn't have brought in Munoz instead of the other dude. And yep, so it happens, But this time we're gonna try and make it back. We're gonna try and hopefully make it to a World Series for the first time. We're the only major sports to never make it to a World Series, to any out of the four majors, but also not just the four majors, but also all the sports. So, hopefully that the Mariners will make it, and they just gotta take one game at a time, and just do the best and just work as a team, and and get ready for the regular season. And also the Moose too. We love the Moose, and the Moose has been around since the 1990s, and he almost made it to his first World Series, and it didn't happen last year. So hopefully the Moose will get World Series and maybe win it all and get his first ring. First things first is spring training. I'm excited. It should be fun. I've never been this excitement since last year, and I'm excited again. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully the Moose is going to do well, as he always does during regular season. It's going to be awesome. Alex, brother, will tell you more about how he's excited about it and how the Moose is doing, and hopefully the organization will make it back to the playoffs.
Thank you, Dillon, brother. Yes, I'm looking forward for the Mariners season to start soon at late March. And yeah, we kind of fell short of making the World Series, and it's all thanks to the Blue Jays comeback. And I'm telling you, I wish the Blue Jays would give us a chance, but they want to return and do us a favor of getting the Dodgers out. I'm telling you, I don't like the Dodgers because of the way they treated the Mariners and other teams. They need to stop being wise butts and treat us better, or else we will lose respect on the Dodgers. So screw the Dodgers for right now. So yeah, I'm telling you, they shouldn't be bringing this picture for the Mariners on the Blue Jays. What happened in Toronto in the AL Championship, it was a horrible blow. And we would have made it to the World Series if we didn't make that mistake, That mistake almost cost the Mariners to lose the AL Championship and lose out of the World Series. That almost cost us. You know what I mean? Come on. They know that mistake cost us to have another blow. So I'm looking forward for the 2026 regular season with the Mariners. And everybody's happy. They're looking forward to return to baseball. You know, I enjoy baseball so much, but I'm always like to come to baseball games to watch and have fun. It's all about having fun, right? Yeah, so it's all about having fun. And hopefully Cal Raleigh will do the same plays like he did last season. And with those home runs, I know Cal Raleigh will get them done. Right? Right. So anyway, can't wait to see what the Mariners can do this next season, and hopefully they will make up the mistakes that they did last season during the championship series and everything during the postseason. I'm happy that we made it after all those years, after 25 years. I'm telling you, it is becoming a different thing, a great game changer. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's true. That's really true that the Mariners likes to doing the roster moves, and most likely come making good trades. And hopefully those trades will go smoothly as planned. You know what I mean? That's what I'm there for. Hopefully the Mariners will not screw up like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, on and on. So, yeah, we're truly looking forward to this day. So, anyway, we're going to have my brother Dillon be talking about something else before we wrap it up for tonight.
Thank you, brother Alex. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be fascinating. Can't wait. It's gonna be, like I said, it's just. I feel like last year we were so close, like he said, and we had hopes and dreams, and it just didn't happen, and it kind of stung a bit. I was so happy Seahawks won. I just wish the Mariners did the same, and was always this year. It's the 50th anniversary too, so the Mariners. So yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, we just gotta take care of business and not have that happen again when we make it back to the postseason. So, but and I also want to say, go Moose. I know the Moose is happy for the Blitz.
Yes.
For winning the Super Bowl. Like we said before, hopefully we'll get to meet Blitz, and hopefully, like I said, someone buys the Seahawks so Blitz can stay in Seattle. Don't want him going to a different state like my brother Alex said. Can't have that. So, but yeah, hopefully hopefully the Moose will have a good time, and I'm pretty sure the Moose said congratulations to the Blitz, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, because the Moose and been friends with Blitz for a long time, so, and they're both friends. They're awesome friends, and I know Blitz is looking forward to seeing what the Moose has in store for 2026 at T-Mobile Park. So that should be fun. I'm excited for the Moose. And also, so we've been. I want to say another thing. Not to be off topic. Before we go, but yeah, we're just we just want more. Like, I know I've been posting our podcasts on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, and and then posting on YouTube. I'm kind of disappointed that we only got like 2 views. I'm not trying to be like, but it'd be nice to have viewers and people who've never heard us before. Yes, we're a sports podcast here in Berrien. That's where this podcast is from. It's Berrien, Washington, and we just want some some viewers, some people to like our podcast, because right now it's a struggle. we've done this the last 2 years, 2024 and 2026, and since we didn't do it last year, but yeah, it's like, what can you say? We're just doing our best, as a podcasters, and we want to be recognized too. You know what I mean? Like I said before, like I said, I just hope Alex is going to try to post it on YouTube also. Hopefully he'll get some views. If not, then we're just gonna have to do something about it. Like I said, write letters to King 5 News, ABC, Como 4 News, Q13 Fox News,
Yes.
and also maybe write a letter to Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe so that way they can know about our podcast. We talk about sport, we talk about Seahawks, we talk about other sports. We talk about, we don't just talk about Seahawks, we also talk about the Mariners and Huskies and and other sports. So
that's right.
But yeah, I just want people to know about us, and I just want us to be recognized. So that way people can tune in our podcast, and then maybe also put it out on Apple and iHeart, all that stuff, because right now we're just struggling just to get somewhere, which we've been doing good doing. It's hard when you don't have that enough views and you're trying to put it out there, and that's all I'm saying. So, but yeah, we're hopefully maybe next week, we'll get some letters going next week when Alex come next week, and we'll try to write letters to those news stations.
All right.
And also Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
So yeah. So, and because we're, like I said, we're just local who just wants to have fun, but we also want to be recognized too. So we can get big.
Right.
So our podcast get big. Right. You know what I mean? Keep it local, but also get big at the same time. Yeah. So that way they know about us. So the Seahawks know about us, and yeah, it'd be nice. And the Storm and Huskies and Mike McDonald know about us, and maybe do some interviews with them one of these times. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I want to say. It's because we work so hard. We work our butts off.
Exactly. And
it's time that we get somewhere. Enough is enough. So I just hope, like I said before, I hope that you understand the reason why we're doing this, for a reason. Why we're writing these letters next week when Alex comes visit me, as we need to get somewhere.
Yes, definitely.
So, but he'll tell you more about it. He'll have a few words there. He'll tell you more about it.
Thank you, Dillon. Yes, guys, it's really important that we'll write the letters to all those stations so they can get our podcast up and running, so many people will know what we've been talking about and everything. We deserve to have more views. More respect too, because we've been working so hard to have y'all listen to us and our thoughts and many things. And I totally get it that y'all listen to other podcast episodes, but we want y'all to listen to our thoughts too, because we're trusted people too, and we all care about what's been going on in the sports world and everything. You know what I mean? So if y'all have the time, please help us out by sharing this podcast to your friends so they can listen to our thoughts and see what we can do about it. So it'll help us boost everything up. You know what I mean? So anyway, you guys, we're out of time. Thank you guys for listening. If you want to hear any more of our stuff, please follow our YouTube channels. Subscribe to Dill Punk Tools Ticks, Fantasy A, and make sure you tune in on iHeartRadio until we get something going to find out how we can upload everything on their platform. So, anyway, see y'all next week. My name is Fancy A, aka Alex.
And this is Dillon Whittier.
Alright, have a good evening. See y'all next week. Peace.